Hello everyone, and welcome to Imperfect Design. Today, I would like to continue working on Field Picker. That's last week I was trying to make a design system with Figma Make, and one of the complex component I asked to generate was Field Picker. Figma failed from my perspective, but it brought me some inspiration. From which perspective? All designers, all product designers, earlier or later, face a problem of how to work with legacy designs. Yeah, it's something working functional wise, but from UX UI perspective, maybe not perfect. And sometimes it's even never been involved designer in creating it. So I believe this is a nice topic for design challenge. So I need to solve it in 20 minutes. Oh, let's see. And for sure, it's interesting from perspective design thinking, how, where to start, what actually should be improved, what better not touch, and etc. How it's covering. I try to keep it short and not really boring because the real process will take way longer, a lot of tests, interviews, and etc. So this is more like an exercise, and I believe this is the way to start with this. So let's go. Oh, one thing before to start, if you didn't do yet, please put like. If you would like to see more videos in the future, subscribe. And now let's go. Okay, what actually we have from the previous exercise, let's say the testing with Figma Make. You can see here two Figma created two pickers. They're a bit different because there were different prompts, but it's pretty much about the same. Yeah, the only thing here is presented multi-selection. I didn't specify any multi-selection, but it was presented as an option for some reason. But imagine there are field pickers, and a common situation, there are two inconsistent field picker in application, but they're doing exactly the same thing, right? So we need to unify them, and we need to make them work properly. So how actually we should do is where to start, right? Where to start is always in analysis. Let's say that function wise, the requirements, so field selection is correct by itself. We need to select a field. We need something appearing as a model. We accept this as a fact, and we need to work just inside the model by itself. Yeah, let's identify what actually needed, what is important. First of all, I would select a field. I believe in this case work better than field picker, because field picker, this is more technical name. Yeah, we will go with this. We definitely would need a search. Okay, there are no how many selected needed because there's no multi-selection. That's important. We need a search. We would need filtering. Here's presented in a very weird way because the segmentation, yeah, you can see the segmentation. It shouldn't, it's better not to use it when it's more than 5. With 5, it's maximum, it's really like a really edge case, and here is like a really full, hard to manage it. Find something easier. I don't think we need anything like shortcuts, the short key access, because doesn't make any sense. It's not something you spend a lot of time. It's our idea to make as short as possible, spend time in a field picker, right? Okay, I like here the segmentation of the content. We really have sections, yeah. So they have this a personal information address, so you know what it's about, and here you have some higher level. So it's customer data, order data, and etc. They work here as a tabs. Looks like pretty much like the segmentation, but it's let's say a side effect of Figma Make. But let's say, okay, we keep this. I like the idea to have recent and popular, which popular, it's a bit confusing. I would say most commonly used, right? But still, here takes a lot of space. We would not need this part, probably, because fields, okay, here they're showing the subtext, which is showing location, what is related actually, right? Section, subsection, and etc. But here is like, okay, doesn't make any sense. The field selection in general should happen by clicking on it. Doesn't make sense. This is the main idea. We need the tree structure, maybe, or tree structure or the structure. Not sure yet. So let's take a look what actually how we can start working with that. Okay, so we have different, let's say, parts. Okay, we don't need this. And where to start now? First, I would collect what I would like to have, right? Let's say I like the title. Again, this is styles and implementation. Why this is, for example, a frame. I have no idea, but okay. Let's say a frame. I like the sections with awful selections. Yeah, but we do like this. I like these guys. Place them here. Okay. Search with filtering. Yes, maybe they should be aligned in one row instead of two, because I'm not going to have this thing, but it's just to have it. Yeah, let's see, it's a horizontal way. You are not, you will not be like this. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, basically we need to do like this. It's just to check, it doesn't matter. I will hug. Going higher, and also hug, please. That's what we have. It's just to have an idea. It needs basically more implementation further. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I took out properly. It's okay. Okay. This level or the trivia. Let's think. The main idea is to have its visually. Here, the problem here is the vertical position, right? It's very hard to go like this in the screen because it's become very long. This is safe spacing, right? I have type of data and then I have subsection inside. So basically it's the same way, but in horizontal representation. Yeah, it's also tree type of data, but it's in horizontal representation instead of vertical. So even this one is pretty clear. It could be a hybrid. What I mean by hybrid is, for example, when we have the main level of selection is will be the tree view, vertical, the classic one, right? But these results will not be here. They already will be on the right side. So for example, yeah, I will collect this. I place it here, here, please. And something slow. Hello, what's going on? Okay. Okay, I will do like this and do like this. So basically like this, 24 pixels was set, and we give some background just to have an idea, right? And we can do this online. So something like this, a tree view, but again, the amount of fields, how many fields could be, this depends on this. This, it would be nice maybe to hug. This is how we hug in here. Okay, no problem. All the numbers are, yeah, the question of implementation. And we don't need this list here in this case. It's fixed. Interesting. And can we hug? Cannot, because it's a frame. This is frame. And this is floating. Why it's floating? This is, yeah, a little bit problematic to work with Figma Make, because the way how it's constructing designs, it's very complicated. And instead of there's no consistency, I cannot understand the logic why here this or here this. So it takes a lot of reworking. Yeah, so sometimes it could be just a direction, a reference, but then you work with your component from you have, or it's easy to create a new one then work with this one, because this is a nightmare and for some reason doesn't want to work. Okay, and that's what we have. It, yeah. This may be something. Oh, okay. Everything is low. Fill. No, let's say it will be 48 pixels. Right, and we can fill. Why it's in the middle? Who knows? Yeah. Well, yeah, this is takes space, but it's kind of a simplifying overview of subsections, which you can see at a glance without clicking or changing anything. But At the end, they're not so looking friendly. Also an option, but maybe for the faster, we'll be go with this one. Yeah, for the solution. A bit confusing this icon, to be honest. Maybe in this case it means it's kind of following after selection, but who knows? Okay, so let's take maybe the whole block with the tabs and the fields. Yeah, and try now to make our Frankenstein monster to collect with. So good features, nice features, and nice to have. Okay, these guys definitely should not be selected. Says button. Descriptions, it's too much. Also, yeah, maybe I need to check first how it will look without description, because each field in general could have description, but to be honest, it calls paragraph. Oh, right. Description of each field is kind of too much. Oh, it doesn't select anything. Okay. Let's see what we can do in a quick way. Yes, okay, okay. Yeah, no need to select all the paragraphs. Paragraph, paragraph, paragraph. Yeah, there's talking about implementation. And why it doesn't see as the same component, the same element. Okay, so we just don't keep it for a reason. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's easy to create a new one than work with this one. Is oh my god, they all should be like this. Yeah, then individual auto layout. It's one of the best invention of Figma, and I don't know if it was created by Figma, to be honest. But yeah, okay. It is hogging, but this is also any options? No, container, 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 and it's fixed size for some reason. Okay. On one side, okay, but other side is a lot of space taken. The question is how many fields could be displayed. Okay, 14 is good. Maybe 13. What the space in 13 is. Okay. Okay, maybe something a little bit simpler, but it was good separation. Let's keep 12. Looks definitely better, but it takes a lot of space. Okay, I would question it maybe in the future. Yeah, so this we're going like this, and I just copy paste it because I don't want to rework. It take a lot of time. For our purposes, we need to test how it will work. Why this one looks bigger than the others? It's my impression. 46, 46, just an impression. Okay. Yeah, this is also why it's not aligned. Why it is not aligned? Do I have so many containers? Now I will do something that I would do by default without Figma Make, right? So I have text, and we already actually have here body, right? So we can use actually H3, too much H3 with the body for body 16. Okay, let's go with 16. And then we have text. I will take it out from the frame. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, this will keep it. What size? It use 12. We can use 12. Subtext 10. Actually, not okay. Let's use 12. Why it's not an auto layout? Nobody knows. We need to add some 6. 6. Yeah, maybe even 4. 4. Okay, perfect. What do we have? The gap. It's not it. Here we go in there, and now we have the gap 8. Okay, that's good. So now we have the borders, we have the paddings. This is what's this? Okay, we have nothing to be gapped. Okay, and now I will do this like this, make it a component first. Now any changes I will do, it will affect everywhere at once. Mhm. Okay, so basically it. And here I can already work with the text. State, province. Yeah, okay, thank you. And doesn't want to help me here. Okay, code country. Okay, basically it. I will not change again anything. I will copy paste. It's a little bit bigger because it's 16 instead of 14, which is now easy to change, right? If I go here and say, okay, I want my 14, and voila, I have it. Okay, subsections are good, but maybe to reuse this icon of the tree view, right? Or something like this down instead of, so what actually, well, I don't know, this is confusing icon. I can get maybe or create the logic for this. Oh, but I think it will be better to I think it would be better to use a font awesome. But okay. Okay, no, let's see. It will be like this. Not sure. Also, it's kind of a bit of noise, but we're going with this one so far. Okay. And this we can say as the main folder, which means we can, okay, now sorry, don't want to do. I can copy this text and use this as a folder and use font awesome. 6 Pro. Okay, so this will be it. Maybe a little bit smaller. This we will hack. Yeah, that will be it. Again, we can make it very quick as the component. 12 too many. Let's go with 8, the border radius, because it's too soapy look. Even 8, I would say, too much for this size. Let's go with 4. Okay, customer data. And now we do another one, which has nothing in background, right? And we make a component out of it. Create a component. Great. And this one is top. Yeah, here we say selected. There should be more. There should be hover state and etc. But we're going with this one. Idle state. Okay, so on here, replace, right? Order data, replace to idle. Oh, following the styles, I need to do the camel style here, right? When each word starts with the capital letter. Product data. Date. Okay, this is subconscious. Okay, product data. And yeah, I mentioned in last video, I'm very bad with typing. Analytics data. Okay. Analytics data. And now we have it. Okay. The top part also should be not filling, should be hugging. We need to have some 4 here and 4 here and hug instead of fixed. So we always can adapt to the icons, and also 12 too much here. I will put 8 to be a little bit bigger than the corners inside. We don't need the line underline, doesn't make any sense, and also a little bit less to be in line with the content by itself. Okay, Not sure about the icon. Maybe, yeah, it's too much, to be honest. Yeah, but if we have no icon, it will be always no icon. Okay, let's try. Let's go with the Figma suggested. No problem. Folder and see how it will works in a cleaned way, right? Okay. What definitely will improve is the gap between tabs because they're too close on zero for sure. Like this, a little bit more to separate text, so it wouldn't look like a space between the words, but it would be something really meaningful. Okay, and I'm definitely failing the timing. Okay, that's our case, and we're going to go here. Where is my title? Select field, this heading. Okay, we have these guys. Maybe do this a little bit simpler to avoid this part and just say, okay, because maybe filter could include not just type, but I don't know, date creation or by who created or anything else like this. So in this case, I can say filter, oops, filter. Yeah, okay, make it font awesome again. Pro and yeah, and make it black. I believe it was very black. Now we need to align this. That's interesting. This is going out from the container because it's not a container, it's the frame. Why did it become floating? I don't know. It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Okay, why is showing me the frames? Ah, okay. It's not need to be floating. Ooh, wow. Yeah, this is something. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, no, let's say it will be like this. What I'm doing again, trying to use font awesome. Okay, right. So we can say now that these guys. What's wrong with you? Okay, the text is also frame. What this container is. This one no need to be because there's nothing but text. Okay, nothing. It's okay. Not scared of this. 8. A line in the middle. We do fill. We cannot do fill because they're container. Yeah, it's okay. We replace this guy. And now we can add anything that we feel like it's needed. And now we can fill. Okay, and so basically I creating the components from here. Normally I would have already all components I needed and just using them from design system. Yeah, at least the most of them, maybe not all of them, but still. And this is a bit annoying to work with. Figma makes results for designer. Maybe for developer it's better, but okay, let's make a gap bigger. Also, this is too much. Put 4 and this one also confusing. The icon would be a component, wouldn't be a text. And let's align. So more complaining today than working. Okay, so we have search. It's going here, right? And maybe we can reuse this idea of the side panel, right? With the recents and stuff. So basically to reuse these guys, container and container. Remove this awful red selection. It's awful because it's not set well, right? We don't need this. we need this. So 245 results for recent and 5 results for popular, which is again should be recently used. To, do you hear when it's something really like a good break? Um, yeah, this is a very, very messy thing that need to be improved. Okay, the selection no needed. And we need to add paddings to align with our other side. We can adjust it a little bit later, but let's say, okay, white is so weird one, and here do this thing. Okay, let's say it will be like this. No idea yet how exactly, but imagine it's like this. So first we need to put these guys together. Yeah, then we put these guys together as a auto layout, and then we maybe need, not sure, well, here maybe would be better, but logic wise select field should be on top, or we're going without title, which is not the best practice, but also an option. Okay, the overall we put like this. We're saying we have 12 pixels border radius. We have paddings, but it will be specifically for the heading because they should be auto layout. Let's do it like 16 and I don't know, 4, and maybe on the top it should be more like 12. Gap here will be 0. Yeah, and it should be a left side alignment. Okay, select field. There could be close button also. We're doing here auto, and this is will be close. Oops. Okay. Not happy with this, but again, what this size is, we have headers. Header 3 could work here. Okay, we need a little bit more paddings. At least here will be maybe 24. Yeah, looks like it's aligned. Here will be maybe 20. And these guys, yeah, they really need to be filled. Search has, unfortunately, the video fell down, and there's no finalization, let's say, but I make a very quick recovering how I can proceed with this field picker, and I run it in a accelerated speed, so enjoy. Okay, so what actually I done? I'm trying to clean up the mess with a lot of lines. I'm still not happy with this, but it's pretty much good to go. I put a few accents here. I use just the icon, but it catch already your eye as a user. So there are some sections to separate, and this one. I discussed in a previous video that okay, I shouldn't, if the button has this color, it shouldn't be the same for the tabs or whatever the status of my current location. But as we have no really design system, I have no really anything, I allowed myself to put some color accent. That's all. It was interesting. I cannot say it was successful. It was very specific experience, but still, it was very helpful for me to understand. So yes, there's something that's very hard to work with Figma Make. Almost say Figma Fake. Because of way how design created, you cannot really reuse this design. You can use it just as a reference, and it's better to create from beginning, from scratch. It will be faster than change everything in provided designs. Another important thing for me during this experience was like, okay, the structuring. So I spend more time on cleaning up Figma designs than really work on thinking how should be this or that. Again, in the normal conditions, with a lot of time, with interviews, I would have a clearer idea what actually should be done. And I'm not trying to excuse myself. I felt like I failed this, but still, it was very nice exercise to train a bit my design muscles, and I'm happy I did it. And I suggest you to play with some legacy components or with some reworking design suggestions, because it's very fun. And again, it's keep your thinking, you training your design thinking in this way, and it's very helpful. If you like it, please put like. If you would like to see more videos from this channel, please subscribe. And meanwhile, that's all. I see you next time. Bye bye.